Okay, I was just looking at the almanac for February, and the sign's going to be in Ophelius again on the 5th of February. So we've got an El Nino weather pattern here in North Florida, and it's a strong El Nino this year. That means we'll get a flood around Washington's birthday when the trees are all dormant. Now when a great big oak tree is putting out, blooming out, budding out, it sucks about 500 gallons of water a day. And when the river's flooded, those trees will draw the rivers down in a hurry, so it won't be flooded for long. But as long as these trees are dormant, the river doesn't go down very fast. So in February, the trees are dormant, and we get a bunch of rain around Washington's birthday. And it'll be a flood. And the rivers are already full now. So we get a bad flood from a strong El Nino. And El Nino is determined by the weather or the water temperature in the Pacific. So we had 3 years of La Nina, which is moist, feminine, wet, cool, nice summers, high 93, 94 degrees is the high temperature. We had 3 years like that. State of Florida was green, pretty, plenty of water. But we had a weak El Nino last year, and now this year we got a strong El Nino. Now Texas and Louisiana caught it. You get a drought during the summer with the El Nino. And we got a strong El Nino. So that means we'll have 300 to 400 uncontrolled wildfires here in the state of Florida. In May and June, we get no rain, and it'll be 100 degrees every day. And it'll be miserable here in North Florida during those 2 months. And we'll finally get some rain around the 4th of July. But it'll be dry and hot, and that's what an El Nino means here in North Florida. So it's going to be a flood in the spring and uncontrolled wildfires and super hot and super dry during May and June and maybe part of July. Okay, we're going to continue on in our Father's Word. Here, this is Psalms 68. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. This is verse 6. God sets the solitary in families. He brings out those who are bound into prosperity. But the rebellious dwell in a dry land. O God, when you went out before your people, when you marched through the wilderness, Selah. The earth shook. The heavens also dropped rain at the presence of God. Sinai itself was moved at the presence of God, the God of Israel. You, O God, sent a plentiful rain, whereby you confirmed your inheritance when it was weary. Your congregation dwelt in it. You, O God, provided from your goodness for the poor. The Lord gave the word. Great was the company of those who proclaimed it. Kings of armies flee. They flee. And she who remains at home divides the spoil. Though you lie down among the sheepfolds, you will be like wings of a dove covered with silver. And her feathers will be yellow gold when the Almighty scatters kings in it. It was white as snow in Zalman, a mountain of God is the mountain of Bashan. A mountain of many peaks is the mountain of Bashan. Why do you fume with envy, you mountains of so many peaks? This is the mountain which God desires to dwell in. Yes, the Lord will dwell in it forever. The chariots of God are 20,000, even thousands of thousands. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place. You have ascended on high. You have led captivity captive. You have received gifts among men, even from the rebellious, that the Lord God may dwell there. Blessed be the Lord, who daily loads us with benefits, the God of our salvation. Selah. Our God is the God of salvation, and to God the Lord belongs escapes from death. But God will wound the head of his enemies, the hairy scalp of the one who still goes on in his trespasses. The Lord said, I will bring back from Bashan, I will bring them back from the depths of the sea, that your foot may crush them in blood, and the tongues of your dogs may have their portion from your enemies. They have seen your procession, O God, the procession, O my God, my King, into the sanctuary. The singers went in before. The players on instruments followed after. Among them were the maidens playing timbrels. Bless God in the congregations, the Lord from the fountain of Israel. There is little Benjamin, their leader, the princes of Judah and their company, the princes of Zebulun and the princes of Naphtali. Your God has commanded your strength. Strengthen, O God, what you have done for us. Because of your temple at Jerusalem, kings will present presents to you. Rebuke the beast of the reeds, the herd of bulls with the calves of the peoples, till everyone submits himself with pieces of silver. Scatter the peoples who delight in war. Envoys will come out of Egypt. Ethiopia will quickly stretch out her hands to God. Sing to God, you kingdoms of the earth. Oh, sing praises to the Lord. Selah. To him who rides on the heaven of heavens, which were of old. Indeed, he sends out his voice, a mighty voice. Ascribe strength to God. His excellence is over Israel, and his strength is in the clouds. O God, you are more awesome than your holy places. The God of Israel is he who gives the strength and the power to his people. Blessed be God. Now this is Psalms 69 to the chief musician, set to the lilies, a psalm of David. Save me, O God, for the waters has come up to my neck. I sink in deep mire, where there is no standing. I have come into deep waters, where the floods overflow me. I am weary with my crying. My throat is dry. My eyes fail while I wait for my God. Those who hate me without a cause are more than the hairs of my head. They are mighty who would destroy me. Being my enemies,